My name is Charlie. I'm 14 years old.
I'm Kirsten Cook. I'm Charlotte's mummy.
I'm Richard, Kirsten's husband and Charlie's dad.
Her challenges from early childhood have been many and varied, but the main ones that we noticed from very early on was that she was very, very bouncy. It was like living with Tigger from Winnie the Pooh, constantly 24/7, and a child who didn't sleep. There was no off switch unless we literally wore her out. It then became apparent while we were teaching her to read that I felt she had dyslexia, and this was pre the ability to test her. She was too young, but I knew something was wrong.
My life was extremely disorganised. It was very disruptive, very lonely actually. I felt extremely isolated, enclosed in my little world. I didn't understand a lot. I didn't get quite a lot of things. I did deal with quite a lot of bullying, especially at primary school. A lot of the kids used to make fun of me, calling me names, quite awful names actually. My confidence was absolutely obliterated. I wasn't me. I was just an empty person. I was just a face really. There was no real depth, there was no character. It was there, it was just buried under a lot of shame, hate, anger, resentment, isolation, loneliness.
She was effectively failing at school, and she was starting to get to the point where she was being written off as disruptive and not very bright, whereas I knew different, you knew different, and as parents you're sitting there going, but I know my child's bright, I know that she can do all these things. In her case, play music beautifully.
Playing the violin was a huge part of my life, and especially when the bullying started. Playing the violin was just a way of kind of communicating feelings that I couldn't necessarily say out loud. There were days where I just wouldn't come out my room. There were days where I'd just sit in my room and cry for hours on end, thinking that I wasn't good enough because I was being faced with so much hate. I felt like I didn't belong there.
The first contact we had with Aerobility actually wasn't for Charlie at all, it was actually for you. We both have multiple sclerosis, and through that obviously I receive regular email updates from Aerobility. And one came in for the JAP programme, the Junior Aspiring Pilots programme. And they had an application form attached, and I thought, oh, you know what, I'll apply for Charlie.
She thought nothing would come of it really, and then one day she got an email saying, "You're in." And she called me over and she said, "Oh, do you want to fly a plane?" I said, "Of course I want to fly a plane, who wouldn't?" And she said, "Cool, because you're going to." And my reaction was priceless. I was so full of excitement then. It was just a new thing. It was a new chapter of a life that wanted change. On the first day I remember getting out of the car, actually arriving here and going, oh my god, I'm here. And just feeling like it wasn't real, like it was a dream. Like this place, it almost was like you could never, it didn't exist. And seeing people like in wheelchairs, or being on oxygen, doing stuff with like visible disabilities but also hidden disabilities as well, and just feeling at ease, feeling that actually I belong with my own people, as I say. I fitted in like a jigsaw puzzle.
What was really lovely from the very get-go, she met these other children, all of whom had different issues, and it was lovely to see the children just being themselves. And Charlie's comment at the end of the first day was, "I can just be me."
Yes, I don't think I'll ever forget her saying that, "I love it here, Daddy, because I don't have to pretend. Everybody here has a problem and everybody here understands, so I'm normal. I'm not the outsider." And as a father of a daughter, that broke my heart, that we'd found somewhere for her that would accept her for who she is and what she can do, not to judge her as what she can't do.
My name is Steve Brad. I'm one of the flight instructors at Aerobility. Charlotte was one of the most energetic people of the group. She was definitely the pick-me person of the group, full of enthusiasm. As we walked out to the aeroplane, Charlotte was very excitable. And one of the key things that I soon realised I had to do was to get her to just calm down a little bit. Once we got to the aeroplane, she started to take things much more seriously. By the time we got airborne, she was very receptive, following instructions.
Aviation, especially for me as an ADHD person who has an attention span of a gnat, who cannot focus on literally anything. On an aeroplane, I was really focused. For the first time in my life, I've been actually focused and I wanted to do it. I was motivated to do it. Okay, hello, my name's Charlie. We're at Aerobility airfield today. This is going to be my first flight of the day, and we're going to be flying in the Piper Warrior. So if you'd like to follow me, let's go. So I'm extremely excited and extremely happy to be back at the airfield because it's quite fun to be here. Okay, so today I'll be doing a flight in here and I'll just be doing circuits around the airfield and then coming back down to land. Reviewing over some stuff that I learned 3 months ago. Okay, so this is the Piper Warrior, this is the cockpit. I usually sit here and Steve, my instructor, or Mike will usually sit there. I have been waiting for this for literally 3 weeks. My parents told me I was going to go fly again. I was like, oh my god, and it was just overwhelmed with excitement because I like flying aircraft and it's something that I'd love to do. Now that we landed and we're on the ground now, I'm actually quite sad to leave because I do really enjoy this. It was one of my first planes that I actually ever flew here. However, I'm extremely excited because I know that I'm going to be coming back and flying this beautiful plane once more. Thank you very much.
We couldn't have wished for anything more beneficial for her. After day one, when she first came back from her very first flight, we hadn't seen that smile on her face for nearly 2 years. And it was back. There was something of the spark of our little girl that had recovered and returned. It was truly a magical moment, wasn't it?
The confidence that she has gained from being here is immense and should never be underestimated. The influence that this charity can have on young minds.
It's a gift, I think. It's a gift that Aerobility has given to me, especially being part of a family. It has given me a gift of confidence. It has made me be less depressed, I'd say. I don't want to sit in my room all day. I don't want to sit in my room all day and cry, how I used to. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to go up and fly a plane.
We cannot thank them enough for what they've unlocked in our child. They've given her back her love, her enjoyment, her passion. Yep. Her joie de vivre has returned. We've still got a ways to go. She still has challenges to overcome. But my goodness, that week in August made such a difference.
I'm proud. I'm proud to be part of the family. I am proud to be here at Aerobility because it has opened so many doors of opportunities that I've never thought I would have gotten at this age. And it has happened, and it's probably going to be the best thing that I've probably ever done in my life.